How old was I when I bought my first horse? Bought my first horse?
Your first.
13. I was 13 years old, yeah. I bought a horse named Pride Mac, and he was a pony horse on the track. He was very hot, and I made an all-around horse out of him. And I did things on him that he didn't even do. You know, like I showed him in the reining, and it was not a reining horse. I've got pictures that kind of horrify me once in a while when I look at him. And he taught me a lot, you know. I mean, he's the only thing I had, so I made do with what I had. And he turned out to be a really nice horse, you know. So that was the first horse I bought. I mean, I was born on a horse, so it really, it's not fair to say where did I start, because when I was born, I was in horses. And, but that was the first horse I bought. And by the time I turned 16, I had owned 17 head of horses. And I just bought them and sold them and bought them and sold them and bought them and sold them. And some I made a little money on, and some I made no money on, and some I just swapped off. But, and Pride Mac, I kept him for quite a while. He was one I kept. I think I gave $17.50 for him. And he was a nice horse. And then while I was showing him, my mother had a black mare named Kauai Breeze, and I showed her in the showmanship, and I showed her halter mares, and I cut on her. And I showed her in the pleasure too. You don't do that stuff today, you know. I mean, everybody's so specialized. But I won the youth cutting at the Cow Palace on her, and she was really a pretty black mare. And I used to show her in a lot of stuff. And she showed my gelding too, and everything from reining to barrel racing to western riding to you name it. I showed him and everything. So.
What about when you were really little then, since you were born into it? What was your first memories of your dad throwing you on one, or did you have a little saddle and you just went around? Did you have a pony? What was your first memories of really getting just to ride, and when your snot nose dragging your rope behind you, something like that? Do you remember?
You know, I remember being on my dad's rope horses, you know, but I don't really remember having my own saddle at that time or anything. But my dad bought me a pony, and you know, it was one of those Friday night horse sale deals, and he bought a pony for me named Chongo, and Chongo means little monkey in Spanish. And Chongo, I named him Chongo because there was a great dogging mare named Chongo that I used to get to gallop when I would go to the rodeos with my dad. And so I named him after the mare. And he was the greatest pony I think any kid could ever have. He was built like a little stocky quarter horse. He was a paint. And I roped on him. I used to heel on him all the time, and I can remember going to a place called Mosby's in Northern California. They had rope-ins there. And between the rope-ins, they would have singles they would run. And my dad had a head horse that was about 16'2", named Roxy Bailey. And he was a big Palomino head horse. And he'd go out and head steers for me, and I'd heel one, and if I caught, I'd dally, and they thought it was fun because my dad had dragged the steer and the pony across the arena, you know, and the pony would try and stop. And I mean, this old head horse would just drag us across the arena, and everybody thought that was great, you know. But that was a great pony. I ended up, I gave him to Tony Amaral Jr., and he learned how to ride on him too. But he changed leads, and he turned around, and I mean, you could kind of work a cow on him, and he was fun to rope on. And we put horns on him and pulled a wagon for Christmas with Santa Claus in him, and you know, on the wagon and stuff. And he was a lot of fun. He was the first one I remember being, you know, my favorite horse, and so he was pretty cool, you know. And I think my dad gave $50 for him, or $250 or so. I don't remember what he gave for him. You know, it wasn't a lot of money. He bought him from a guy named Ray McNeil, which was he ran a horse sale there where we used to live.